What's up, everybody? Evil here. Happy Thanksgiving. It is Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So actually got some time off work, which is nice. And I need to do some wrenching on my monster truck. I took it out to the name keeps changing. Busted Knuckle RC Monster Racing, Busted Knuckle, something like that. Anyway, new monster truck racing league starting up here locally. I went out last weekend, went racing with a truck. I just went out for fun. I have no idea where I even ended up, but I ended up damaging my truck. The floor is a sealed concrete floor with a lot of traction. So I actually ended up bending a Vanquished Vxd, which I have been running these for years now. I've never even hurt one of these things, but these monster trucks have huge hubs that just put a crap ton of leverage on the Vxd. So I did manage to bend one. On gravel and stuff, I've never had an issue, but in that high traction area, also I have a pretty hefty steering servo on here that caused the VXD to bend. It didn't bend terribly bad. I was able to finish the night racing, but I had a little bit of a wobble on the wheel. So here you can see the axle in question. I'm getting ready to replace. So there's a couple different ways you can beef this up on your SMT10 if you're wanting to go for a more bulletproof setup. I think on a stock truck these would hold up just fine. This truck is kind of a lead sled, so I was able to bend that a little bit. I'm going to be moving over to the Vanquished Vxd setup. This is their super uber high strength setup. I think the figure I heard was they're 70% stronger. They have a 5mm hub, or I'm sorry, 5mm stub versus the 4mm on the stalker. So you can see these are quite a bit beefier. Also, the universal on these is smoother. You can get more steering angle. I don't really need it on this truck, but this setup should be stronger and last longer. Has the you can see the tang is square instead of dual flats like stock. That requires you to run a different locker. This is similar to the Vanquish Incision locker, but you can say this one's custom made for the VXD because it accepts that square tang on there. So we're going to be changing out all the internals on this axle to beef that up for the future. The other thing that's coming along is the local monster truck club is going to have two classes. This is a pro mod truck. There's no horsepower limit, you can basically do anything you want. And then there's a sport mod class, which I'm building a truck for. So some of you guys who know my channel may recognize this setup. This is an axial deadbolt setup as a monster truck that I had before. I really liked it. When the SMT10 came out, I decided to build one. So I'm going to build up my sport mod based on this just because I have most of the parts to do it. I'm going to be using some Vanquish upgrades. Going to be doing the scale knuckles and chubs, the clamping lockouts, and I'm going to be doing that on stock axle housings. So I would be running VP axle housings, but this being a low horsepower truck, I'm trying to watch the weight. I want to keep this truck light. I'm going to try running stock ring gears. I'm going to be doing Incision spools, and then I'm going to be running a Vanquish transmission with axial hardened gear set. So this is the new transmission that I ordered. This I'm going to be putting in my Pro Mod truck over there. Just again, Vanquish transmission case, Incision center locker. This will be a huge upgrade. I was always scared about grenading the center locker in that Pro Mod truck because it's a stock axial center locker, which are centered steel. They're not machined. They're pretty notorious for blowing up when you put a lot of horsepower on them. And then this is brand new from Incision, or from Vanquish. These are the Incision hardened gear set. This uses an enlarged bearing in the idler, so you get a little more, it's a little less, not quite as hard, you know, on a bigger bearing. It'll withstand stress a little bit better. It also allows you to run, I don't know if you can see that, allows you to run larger bolts to retain the center locker in the stock axial. I think these are 2 mil, and the ones that, I'm not sure what size the axial ones are, but they're smaller and they're hard to find. So anyway, this transmission we'll be building up to put in the Pro Mod truck. The axial geared Vanquish tranny and the Pro Mod truck is going to go in this truck with a standard center locker, because this is going to be running a 17 turn brush motor, so it shouldn't tear too much stuff up. I considered doing MIP drive shafts after conferring with Doug from Trigger King. He's been running stock drive shafts, the wild boars, on his SMT10 on the 17 turn power plant and not had an issue, so I've opted not to do MIP. These are Vanquished VVDs. These are obviously for SMT10, but these have the 5mm stubs, so this truck will still, you know, the wheels will be putting a lot of punishment on the front axle stubs, so I think these should kind of be standard build for the SMT10, is to do 5mm front stubs. So I'm going to be taking these stubs, I'm going to be taking these stubs off and putting them on the Vanquished VVDs I'm taking off of the Pro Mod truck. I considered trying to stick with standard RR10 trailing arms or Yeti trailing arms. I changed my mind. I decided to go ahead and go with Vanquish. Those aren't here yet, they're on the way. And then these are Vanquish front and rear sway bars. Oh, hold on, kid's in trouble. So this is Mason. A lot of you guys haven't met him before. A lot of you guys that follow my channel know my daughter Allie. This is her little brother Mason. He's kind of the reason I haven't been doing a lot of RC, just because I've been busy being a dad, that kind of stuff. So Mason's hanging out with me tonight while the girls are off at the grocery store shopping for Thanksgiving goodies. Dad. Anyway, back to the truck. This is obviously the Bigfoot 1 body that my buddy Jay painted for me. Did a fantastic job on it. That's what will be going on this truck. It will go with the white J Concepts tribute wheels, and gosh dang, what are these? Renegades. J Concept Renegade tires. So I think this will go more, the white goes a lot better with that truck. It looks a lot more scale. Back in that day they were shaving the tires a lot more, at least hand shaving them like that.
Yeah, Dad.
Tell him, buddy. Alright, got a new box today. It's like Christmas, even though it's not Christmas yet. These are my J Concept stuff. I've been ordering a lot from A-Main lately. I've ordered from A-Main a lot over the years. I think they've been purchased under new management or ownership. But they do a good job of getting stuff to me in a hurry. Prices are reasonable, and they're shipping a lot of this stuff, like this whole thing, shipped for $2. So pretty stoked for that. I don't have any affiliation with A-Main yet. Hint, hint. No, I don't know. These guys, they do a great job. So I've been ordering a lot of drift stuff. They carry MST now. They also I've been getting all this stuff because their prices have been fantastic. So thank you, A-Main, for getting my stuff here in a timely manner. All right, enough plugs for A-Main. So that's like Bigfoot 18 or 21. It uses silver wheels, so I ordered some tributes in silver, and then some more J Concept tires. These are the Firestorms, aka Firestones. They have the more of a standard kind of monster truck tread that they're running today. So those are a little more retro. They're going to look great on the Bigfoot 1 body, and these are going to look better on the Raptor body. So anyway, I'm going to be tearing this truck down and switching a bunch of stuff out, and we'll come back and I'll show you a little more when it's back together. Catch you then.